Hey everyone, Steve here from My Crypto World. Welcome back to another video uploaded for you regarding content related to cryptocurrency and blockchain technology. As always, if you like the content, please give us a thumbs up. If you want to be kept notified of all the updates we upload, why don't you hit that subscribe button so you can get notified immediately of when we drop our next video. In today's video, we're going to be covering a number of stories and a number of different topics. First of all, we're going to look at a story relating to Ripple and how they want to attack a $9 trillion market that could serve 50% of the world's population. We're going to be looking at Plan B and what his view is on the 5,800% Bitcoin rally that may be coming. We'll be looking at 5 metaverse tokens to buy according to one article on the net. And we're also going to be talking about Nigel Green and where he thinks and whereabouts he thinks the bear market will end. And finally, we're going to finish it off with a story about Cathie Wood and how her prediction that she's doubling down on a $1 million Bitcoin bet. All that right after this. Okay everyone, let's kick off today's news articles. First one, as I mentioned, was Ripple wanting to attack a $9 trillion market, which could serve 50% of the world's population. This news article came out earlier this week. The San Francisco-based blockchain startup Ripple has already been an active player in the fintech space over the last few years. However, the company is stepping up its efforts to cater for the $1 trillion market of central bank digital currencies, otherwise known as CBDCs. The central banks across the world have already started experimenting with CBDCs. This includes some of the top economies like the European Union, China, India, Australia, and others. On the other hand, the United States has been a bit slow and is evaluating the financial as well as legal liabilities of having a digital dollar. We all know about that, which is currently being played out with the SEC at the moment over in the US. Ripple tweeted a little while ago that by 2024, at least 50% of the world's population is expected to use digital wallets for transactions valued at over $9 trillion annually. And their white paper explores how central banks can utilize CBDCs to take advantage of this growth. So when you think about 2024, it doesn't say when by in 2024. It could be anywhere between, I guess, the next 12 and 24 months away. Ripple's recent report shows how that Ripple's XRPL ledger is capable enough to handle stablecoins and CBDCs for billions of people across the world. It provides key features like security, reliability, sustainability, interoperability that are crucial to the entire ecosystem. However, the blockchain startup has been facing some criticism since many crypto enthusiasts believe that the CBDCs will give central banks greater control over users' money. In its white paper, Ripple noted that central banks must balance the desire for transformation with the need to maintain stability on a global scale. Ripple said that central banks will have to strike a good balance between centralization on one hand and innovation on the other. The blockchain startup added, if central banks do not enable the broad access, enhanced native functionality and interoperability that will allow their currencies to be adaptive and scalable, they risk losing control of the infrastructure for global digitized services. So that's a big push there when you think about it. If banks don't adapt, where is it going to leave them in the future? Because pretty much, look, you can read articles so many different ways, but what we try to do on this channel is cover off all the positive things that are happening in the space. There's enough doom and gloom out there as it is. And even if you believe 50% of the stuff we cover on this channel, all the other positive news stories that you might see out there about the innovation that's still happening while the market's still down, you've got to really understand that the digital asset space is not going anywhere soon. So Ripple are absolutely right. If the banks don't get hold of this or don't adapt, they're going to miss out in some way, shape or form. Okay, on to the next news article. Quant analyst Plan B says that 5,800% Bitcoin rally is coming and calls the current price a steal. With a new interview with crypto analyst Scott Milka, aka Plan B, says Bitcoin could soar more than 5,800% based on the stock-to-flow model that he is well known for. The stock-to-flow model predicts an asset's value changes by comparing its current price to the rate at which the supply is mined. The Bitcoin supply will become squeezed with the next halving scheduled event, which is in 2024. If we assume that the old model, the original 2019 model, is correct, the $55,000 model, then the next halving could lead to prices somewhere, and he's making it very wide range that some people don't like it, but anywhere between $100,000 and $1 million. Plan B says he's confident of the forecast unless his model is proven invalid or Bitcoin dies, which I don't think will happen. I have no doubt whatsoever that we could go to that $100,000 to $1 million range, and no matter how you look at it, the current prices are still, if that's what you believe. So he's very optimistic. In the near term, Plan B's previously said that the Bitcoin bottom could form sometime within the next 3 months. He said Bitcoin typically reaches a bear market low about 18 months after hitting a record high price. So when we have a look at our charts, and mine is off at the moment, but I'll bring it up. And we go and we have a look at the Bitcoin chart. This is taking a while to load. Where are we here? Excuse my theta node running in the background there. It kicks off and makes a hell of a noise. If we take the high, which was on November 21, we're just into 12 months, so we've probably got another 6 months to go, which could lead us anywhere between April and maybe May before we start to see prices starting to move upwards based on that article. Now, another thing that I'm interested to read is this one here, the top 5 metaverse tokens to buy in December 2022. This was released earlier this month. I think around about the 1st or 2nd of December, and it was updated, the 1st or 2nd of November, and it was updated on the 25th of November. I haven't highlighted anything, but I'd love to hear everyone's comments below if you want to drop them down below, what you think the 5 top metaverse coins are to buy in December 2022. For me, some of them I like and some of them I'm not too sure of. ApeCoin came in at number 1. I just don't know that they're going to have the growth that maybe they will, maybe they won't, I don't know, but I just don't feel that ApeCoin, which is based on the Bored Apes Yacht Club, is going to be something that's going to continue in the future. I don't know whether it's a flash in the pan or not. So for me, I'm a little bit skeptical about ApeCoin. Decentraland, absolutely. Mana, we've spoken about it on this channel a number of times and how good I think it is. Theta Network is my number 1 out of everything. You all know about Theta by now, probably, if you've been following me for a while. So I do believe that that's got a good opportunity in the future. And the Sandbox, obviously, as well, also spoken about many times on this channel. Internet Computer Protocol, I'm not too sure on, to be honest with you. I haven't invested into this one. The current price is quite strong when you compare it to other metaverse tokens. Currently sitting at about $3.85 when this article was written. But, you know, who knows? Anything can happen. So out of those 5, definitely 3, Decentraland, Theta, and Sandbox for me. ApeCoin, I think I'd sit back and just watch a little bit. It's probably a little bit high at the moment, according to me, based on where other metaverse tokens are at. So it's just a wait and see. And again, Internet Computer Protocol, I'm not 100% sure that it's probably, I would certainly choose Theta over either ApeCoin or Internet Computer as far as I'm concerned. But again, not financial advice, just my own financial opinion. Second last article is just talking about when the Bitcoin and crypto bear market may end, according to Devere, a group CEO Nigel Green. The article goes on to say that financial advisory firm Devere Group CEO Nigel Green is optimistic that the crypto bear market is months away from coming to an end. It kind of ties into the second last story we just covered there, saying that we might be near the end and it might be somewhere between maybe April, May before we start to see things changing. Green says that the prices of Bitcoin and other crypto assets will rise once inflation starts slowing down and the central banks began loosening monetary policy. Assets that most benefited from low interest rates were naturally hit hardest in 2022 by the hikes. These include stocks, especially in the tech sector, and cryptocurrencies, among other assets. They expect the program unwinds, which is likely to be in the second quarter of 2023. These will be the assets that will experience some of the biggest rallies. Arguing that the confidence is creeping back into the markets, Green says that with the current price of Bitcoin is attractive to long-term investors, and that's what we're all about mainly on this channel, is long-term investing, not so much trading. Although I've got plenty of people who watch the channel who make great income from trading as well. Despite coming down 70% from its hype and its heat-fueled November 2021 high, Bitcoin remains the best performing asset class of the decade. So pretty powerful statement there from De Vere Group. Now finally, just on that, another positive story. Cathie Wood, who's the CEO of ARK Invest, has reiterated and doubled down on a $1 million Bitcoin bet. We covered this story off, I'm going to say it must have been 4 to 6 weeks ago. This other article has come out now in support of further supporting what Cathie Wood has said. The article goes on to say that despite the FTX meltdown and the consecutive decline of the cryptocurrency market, the founder and CEO of ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, stands by her prediction that Bitcoin will skyrocket to $1 million by 2030. She also seems unfazed by the price crash of Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust since her company purchased additional 176,000 odd, we'll round it up, 177,000 shares. The shocking collapse of the crypto exchange FTX deepened the problem in the crypto sector and vaporized much of the investor interest. Even the most optimistic industry participants believe it will take a long time for the market to get back on its feet, while others don't see that happening at all. ARK Invest Cathie Wood is not among that club. In a recent interview for Bloomberg, she doubled down on her forecast that Bitcoin is headed towards a $1 million per coin. In her view, such setbacks could be helpful as they show which are the valuable projects. And I love this quote she's got in here. Sometimes you need to go through a crisis to see the survivors. Bitcoin is coming out of this smelling like a rose. So really colourful quote there from Cathie. Wood believes that the only minus of the calamity is reduced interest from major institutions. However, she thinks that they will soon realise the merits of the primary cryptocurrency and embrace it. The enthusiasm towards Bitcoin should return in the next couple of years, meaning it will tap its milestone by 2030, ARK Invest executive concluded. She's also bullish on Ether, that's Ethereum, saying that it could be subject of mass institutional adoption in the years to come. This is not the first time Wood has set ambitious price targets for Bitcoin. She joined Michael Saylor in April to predict that the asset will eventually tap that milestone. So again, looking at the market as a total whole and understanding again what's actually happening in the currency space at the moment, the cryptocurrency space. While the market's down, there is a lot of innovation happening. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and again, my opinion only, it is only a matter of time. When you've been in the market as long as I have, both in the cryptocurrency space but also in stocks and that as well, you kind of get used to the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs that happen from time to time. Even though some of them are bigger than others, and we're certainly going through a long one at the moment, it's not all doom and gloom. That's it for today's video. Take care of yourselves and each other. Please drop a comment below if you'd like something covered on this channel. Hit the like button if you felt you got value out of this, and better still, hit the subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date. We will chat with you in about a couple of days' time. Cheers.